The Spencer Pizza Hut is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Fan of the Week each Friday of the Raider football season. Stop in and see us at 509 Ripley Road, fill out an entry form, and drop it in the box at the front counter for your chance to win a free large one-topping pizza. Stop by the Spencer Pizza Hut for all of your favorites. Original pan, original stuffed crust, hand-tossed or thin and crispy pizzas, breadsticks, cheese sticks, wings, oven-baked pasta, desserts, and more. Open 7 days a week, dine in or carry out. Call us at 304-927-4619 or order online at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Your bank shouldn't make you feel like you're on an assembly line. It's about you, your family, your future. That's why you're gonna feel good about Polka Valley Bank, because people have been feeling good about us for over 100 years. Bottom line, we have all the services of a big bank, but we're local. At Polka Valley Bank, our decision-making is local. Our people get to know you and call you by name. It's a relationship with a bank that you can feel good about. See us online at polkavalleybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Primary care is like a bridge, moving you from one side where you need vaccinations, screenings, and medical advice to the other where you receive essential care to remain healthy and active. At Roane General Medical Clinic, our primary care team is here to help you cross that bridge to a healthier life. Roane General Medical Clinic, our providers are now accepting patients and offer care you can trust close to home.
My name is Sina McDonald. I am running for Roane County Clerk. I have 12 years management experience running a small business in Roane County, 11 years experience with information technology support for the Roane County Courthouse, and 6 years experience of on-site support with West Virginia counties for the voting machines and election tabulation software. I believe my experience in technology and elections make me the ideal candidate for Roane County Clerk. On November 8th, please vote for Sina McDonald for Roane County Clerk. Every vote matters.
Paid for by the candidate. Visit Slate Auto and Transmission, located at 302 Slate Road, Spencer, for all of your car care needs. We offer a wide range of services, including transmission work, new tires and alignments with brands like Mastercraft, Cooper, and Goodyear, regular and modified state inspections, major and minor vehicle repairs. We also have ASE certified mechanics. We appreciate every one of our customers. Call us today at 304-927-2250 to schedule your next appointment. We are open Monday through Friday. Slate Auto and Transmission, quality repairs by people who care.
Come into Stats Pharmacy, where our patients' good health is our main concern. We have a drive-through window where you can conveniently drop off and pick up your prescriptions and over-the-counter medications. Refill your prescriptions anytime online at www.statspharmacy.com or from your iPhone or Android phone using the Refill RX mobile app. No waiting in long lines. Just call ahead and your order will be waiting for you. We look forward to serving you at Stats Pharmacy, located at 100 East Main Street in Spencer. You can call us at 304-927-2980.
It's summertime, 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 summer.
All you need is parts. All we need is parts. All we need is parts. Parts. Parts is all we need.
Well, maybe not all you need. Sometimes you need more. Willard Starchers has you covered with lots of parts and more with their high quality and strong sales staff to help diagnose your repair issues and provide you the expertise to ensure that you get the right parts, tools, and fluids to get your job done. If your car needs fixed and you need some parts, who are you going to call? Willard Starchers. Open 7 days a week. Dial 927-2520.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your Erie agent in Spencer is the Ashley Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 304-927-2175.
Erie Insurance.
Our house is a very, very, very
fine house.
This is Jennifer Board-Nichols at Board Depew Realty. So many things have changed around us lately, and we are all concerned about what the future holds. During these uncertain times, we want you to know that one thing will not change, and that's the service and the professionalism we will offer you at Board Depew Realty. My grandmother started this company over 64 years ago, and one thing hasn't changed. If you use Board Depew Realty to buy or sell your home, you are guaranteed to receive service that is guided by principles like honesty and wisdom and a conscience. Owning a home is the American dream, and that hasn't changed. So let Board Depew Realty show you the way to that dream. Even if the times are changing, principles and service shouldn't. So let Board Depew Realty show you that some things remain the same.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house.
Hello, this message comes to you courtesy of Brandon Dental Associates, conveniently located on Hospital Drive in Spencer, West Virginia. Periodontal disease, commonly called gum disease, is prevalent among adults of all ages and can lead to tooth loss. Practicing daily oral hygiene and obtaining regular, professional, preventive dental care is paramount in the prevention of gum disease. Call Brandon Dental in Spencer, West Virginia at 304-927-2775 for your family's dental care.
Calhoun Banks is your hometown bank. We've been serving Calhoun and the surrounding areas for over 120 years. We offer many financial and banking services, including commercial, online and mobile banking, mobile wallet, our annual Deals on Wheels loan sale, home and construction loans, and we specialize in land-only loans. With offices in Grantsville, Arnoldsburg, Elizabeth, and Glenville, we are ready to serve the needs of all of our communities. Stop in and see us at one of our 4 locations today. Visit our website at calhounbanks.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at calhounbankswv. Lobby hours are Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Drive-through open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Friday lobby hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Drive-through open 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, our drive-through is open 8:30 a.m. to noon.
Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Carpenter's General Store in Spencer has been saving you money and giving you the best selection in Roane County since 1996. We have an amazing selection of domestic, import, and craft beers, ciders, and wines at the absolute lowest prices anywhere. And if we don't have it, we'll get it for you. We have a sporting goods section with all the right fishing gear, locally crafted lures, and live bait. And we also carry a great selection of firearms and ammunition. And once again, if we don't have it, we'll get it for you with the lowest prices guaranteed. We're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So come see us at 746 Arnoldsburg Road in Spencer. It's a convenience store with a whole lot more.
Stop by Spencer Cash Saver to check out our fresh produce, quality meats, and our new grab-and-go deli sliced meats and cheeses. New 2-week ads start every other Thursday with the best prices for your budget. Save money and shop local at Spencer Cash Saver.
Stop by D&D Motors for great deals on used cars. We have an incredibly diverse and continuously growing inventory to choose from, with many makes and models at price points that anyone can afford. D&D Service Department also offers oil changes, tire rotations, and other maintenance on your new purchase. Call D&D for your next service appointment. D&D Motors, located at 276 East Main Street in Spencer. Stop in and see Dan or Donna for your super deal today. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, and closed on Sunday. D&D Motors, call 304-519-2157. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WVRC's live streaming coverage of Lady Raider volleyball action. We welcome you inside the castle for this dual match featuring the Lady Raiders coming in with an overall record of 11-8-4, and their opponents, the Point Pleasant Lady Knights, coming in winless on the season at 0-13. Before you get excited about that, you must look at the teams that this Lady Knight team has been playing throughout the year. Very difficult AAA schedule for Point Pleasant, so throw that record out the window and prepare yourself, if you're Roane County, for a battle here tonight as they step up in class and the Lady Raiders have an opportunity here to win a couple in a row. In fact, they took care of business against Clay County, albeit not in the best fashion. They still got the victory 3-2 last week, and then just last night on the road at Webster County High School, they defeated the Lady Highlanders in straight sets, 3-0. Roane County having gotten back on track after a couple of tough matches in a row, and so they're looking to extend their winning streak to 3 straight here tonight. We'll have another one here in a couple of nights, so they'll try to get some victories in this week of the season. Andrew Miller alongside my partner, Coach Matt Peary. Of course, Katie Nutter is on the camera, high above us on the perch, and Joe McDonald from A&M Digital Technologies is here for the scoreboard, the instant replays, and the graphics. Coach Peary, an opportunity for Roane County to continue to build on some momentum that they got at that Nicholas County tournament.
Yep, really good outing by the Lady Raiders there at Nicholas County, coming up with a runners-up finish. Getting to, Drew, about the midway point here in the season, maybe a little bit part of the ladder. You're looking for some confidence to set in for the Lady Raiders from all positions. Movement, communication, really trying to get to your peak performance in the upcoming weeks, and especially in the next month once you start seeing sectional and postseason play. But like you mentioned, Drew, Point Pleasant has it looks like a really dominated MSAC schedule that they've been playing, the likes of South Charleston, Cabell Midland, George Washington, I believe. So playing teams with a lot of skill and ability. So it's not going to be anything that you can look at the record and say, okay, not anything we have to come out and perform tonight. Lady Raiders are going to have to put it together from start to finish, and they're going to have to be sound in all of their technicals to stay around in this thing and ultimately win the match. We've seen here just in warm-ups, Point Pleasant has got some athletes, Drew. You've got girls putting great swings on the ball. Their serves are coming in not much above the net, and they're diving right at the back line. Some good volleyball players on the other side. You can see that just from warm-up. So hopefully for a good night of action here as the Lady Raiders take on the Lady Knights.
Not the cleanest victory last night. I know it's hard to say when you win 3-0, but if you talk to Coach Allie Peary and her girls, they would obviously admit that they didn't play their best volleyball last night. They were able to get out of there with a win nonetheless. And you mentioned in the next couple of weeks, they're going to see not only a couple more LKC opponents before the LKC Night of Champions, they're also going to see a couple of sectional tournament opponents before that comes. So let's hope that the Lady Raiders begin to peak at the right time. One thing to note last night, of course, as we watched, Olivia Moorhead took a spill on the floor, and we were hoping that she was okay. Talked to her dad, said they took her to the ER just as a precaution. She's okay, just a bit of a bruise. She said she told you she was feeling a little bit sore here today, but she's in uniform and expected to play.
Yeah, expected to go tonight. Talked to her a little bit before the match. She said, I'm good to go. I'm going to play. I'm sore, but that just speaks to the level of competitive nature she has. If she wants to be out there with her teammates and getting banged up last night's not going to keep her out of this match tonight, Drew.
National anthem to come. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the starters here from the Castle. DW Excavating, LLC, located in Spencer, West Virginia, is a locally owned and operated business proudly serving Roane and the surrounding counties. DW Excavating has all the equipment to meet your dirt work needs, including dozers, skid steers, excavators, and a dump truck. We specialize in driveway and road construction, culvert repair and installation, property clearing, utility line installation and repair, and much, much more. Call us at 304-532-2968 or find us on Facebook at DW Excavating LLC. Don't delay, call us today to schedule your next project. DW Excavating LLC is a proud sponsor of Roane County Raider football. Go Raiders! We welcome you back inside the Castle, ready to go in this dual match featuring the Lady Raiders and the Lady Knights of Point Pleasant. Roane County in the maroon jerseys here tonight with the black shorts, all red for the Lady Knights. Also with the black shorts, Roane County at the moment looks as if they'll start with the back line of Olivia Freeland, Kate Alvis, and Mahaley Nicholson. Up front, Piper Harlan, Olivia Moorhead, and Paige Blosser. Back line for the Knights will be Gracie Wallace, Malia Bechtel. Actually, Wallace will check out. Malia Bechtel, Lindy Taylor, and in the libero, Maddie Thomas. Up front, Chloe Patrick, Carly Smith, and Kaylee Holcomb. Lady Raiders will start on serve with Mahaley Nicholson coming in with 48 aces, second on the team to Michaela Boatwright. Officials whistle. We're ready to go for this best of 5. Good first serve for the Lady Raiders. Defensive opportunity for Point Pleasant. Roane County softly across for Blosser. That causes some problems for Point Pleasant. Great setup. Blosser, the two-hand push. Thomas going to set it up on the far side for Holcomb. And that one gets to the back line away from the dive of Nicholson.
Yep, not a whole lot of height right there by the hitter for Point Pleasant, but a great jump, great timing, able to put the ball down for the kill. Lady Raiders, pretty good rally there early. Moorhead looked to be moving around okay out there, so something to keep an eye on as this match progresses.
On service is Holcomb, and you mentioned those serves coming in quickly. That one, though, misses to the outside of the chalk line. Nicholson checked out as Boatwright came in, and now Marta Vethens checking in on the front line for Olivia Freeland. Moorhead serving, and that one a miss hit from the front line of Patrick.
Yep, good ace right there to start by Moorhead from the service line. Lady Raiders take a 2-1 lead. Like to see some confidence build with the serving tonight, as well as the serve received defensively for Roane County.
Ace number 32 of the year for Olivia Moorhead. Front line serve. Thomas going to set it up. That one ripped back line. Tipped at the net. Roane County sends it over quickly with Moorhead. That was a quick decision and a quick shot across.
Started with a good pass from the back line by Alvis there to get the offense rolling. Heads up play by Moorhead for the kill.
She's got 15 on the year. Another service for Olivia. And miscommunication or lack thereof is going to lead to another Lady Raider point.
Good job so far communicating. 2 aces by Moorhead early. The Lady Raiders are rotating, they're talking, they're doing a good job of kind of moving around, covering their positions here.
Third serve for Moorhead. And again, a little bit of lack of communication between front and back line between Lewis and Taylor.
Jump out to a 4-point lead, Drew. You don't want to give any momentum back to Point Pleasant. You want to keep pressing on with this.
And we've talked about the Lady Raiders' struggles at times to put points together. Right now looking pretty good here in set number 1. We'll have to play some defense. Thomas bumps it up to the front line. Opportunity blocked at the net, kept alive by Thomas. Another kill shot opportunity, and Boatwright and Alvis miscommunication on that one.
Yep, that ball came in about head high on Boatwright, so I think she was trying to decide whether to get out of a platform and try to pass it, or she was going to let it go, and it caught her right in the middle. Building a 4-point lead can kind of let you give up an error once in a while, so see if Lady Raiders can get a pass.
A little overpass on the serve, and it ends up working to Roane County's favor. Olivia Moorhead showing no signs of struggles from that fall last night.
No, Moorhead's accounted for 5 of our first 6 points here, 3 from the service line and 2 with quick little plays at the net. So she started off really hot for the Lady Raiders.
Harlan, who served very well last night in the second and third sets, starts off with an ace.
Yeah, Point Pleasant seems to be struggling a little bit, Drew, with the serve receive and getting a pass to their setter. When they have, though, they've gotten good actions from their hitters and getting good swings on the ball.
We saw them in warm-ups, Coach, and they have some steam on it. But right now, they just don't seem to be on the same page with each other.
Yeah, the Point Pleasant coach there, Coach Clark, I believe it is, she just kind of instructed their front line to drop back a little bit. That ball is diving right out of the sky, doing a good job by the Lady Raiders hitting their serving spots.
Back-to-back aces for Piper Harlan. She came in third on the team with 41, now with 43 after that errant short serve, but Roane County up by 5 early.
Yep, right here as the libero go back to the serve, usually a pretty strong server. You want to get a good pass to your setter and try to keep the receiving errors out of it. You do not want to let Point Pleasant climb back into this thing early.
A lot of forward spin on that first serve by Thomas, dropped just below. A good hit opportunity for Lacey Mitchell. That one's deep, and that one's going to be mishit. And Roane County gives up a couple of points on serve for Maddie Thomas. And Roane County will be right here on Thursday night with Braxton County. We'll be here as well for that one. Floating serve to the back line. Good first pass. Harlan's going to try to rip one across in on the back line.
Yep, really good shot from the back line there. a back row swing there, dove in just short of the in line. Good job in not trying to do too much with the pass. You just got to get it up and play from there. Boat right back to serve for Lady Raiders.
And she is the leading ace producer, has been throughout the year. Came in with 54. Here's a block attempt at the net. Vethens and Nicholson, but it falls on Roane County's side.
Yep, I think you're just trying to look to close that block a little bit farther towards the net. Don't let it get in on your hands so much. Try to make contact at the top of the net so you can dump it back over. Again, Drew, the swings are set up, and Point Pleasant does a good job attacking the ball with powerful swings.
Addie Lewis checks out. In comes Bechtel on serve. Push shot from Nicholson. This one's set up now for Lindy Taylor, blocked at the net. Kept alive, Roane County. A great setup again, a touch shot. Nicholson does a great job of working those around. You never know what she's going to send across. There's one back line, just missing to the left.
Yep, good job by Mitchell trying that back line and using the pass that she was given. Instead of just going for a free ball, putting it over the net, she tried to use it. Nothing wrong with that.
Serve skims the net. Opportunity Mitchell. That one touched across. Bechtel to Thomas. And now Taylor swipes it across to the back line. Mitchell going to softly put this one across the net and caught the front line sleeping a bit.
Yep, that's one thing we've seen Lacey kind of incorporate into her game as the season has progressed, is just kind of using the off shot, the two-hand push when she's looking there. Found a gap in the defense. Good job of putting it down.
Mitchell, a co-player of the game last night, or player of the match, I should say. Miss hit on the first shot for Point Pleasant. They'll have to send it across defensively. Here's Nicholson, rips that one back line and has the front spin on it.
That's one thing you love to see when the Lady Raiders get their offense rolling. When Nicholson slides to this side, she does a really good job of putting that ball down. Point Pleasant a little bit out of position, but even if they're there, Drew, that is hard to deal with.
Freeland on serve for Roane County, trying to get a couple of points put together again. That was a nasty serve. Thomas was able to get to it out of the field of play, and a miss hit.
Yep, Thomas is one to watch. Really, really athletic back there at the libero position, doing a good job of trying to get the balls and trying to help her team out.
Diagonal serve again to Thomas. Shot across. First serve. Nicholson goes chasing just to get it across. Bechtel's going to set it up now. Back line. Great dig by Piper Harlan. Roane County resets defensively. Here's a shot tipped at the net by Nicholson. Boatwright able to get a hand on it. Now Mitchell squares it up, goes diagonal, and that one too strong.
Yep, a little bit too long on that. The pass took her away from the net a little bit. But Nicholson and Blosser have done, and Vethens even, have done a good job early in this match of getting pieces of the ball and helping the Lady Raiders get digs defensively.
Nasty serve for the ace by Lindy Taylor. You mentioned those serves in warm-ups just barely skimming the net and dropping out of the sky.
Yep, Point Pleasant does a good job with their serves. They mix up their spots, and they seem to be hitting their spots pretty well here early.
Another good serve hits the top of the net. Boatwright's great effort. But back-to-back aces for Point Pleasant. They've cut it to 2.
They've shown they've got the ability to take the serve back line too, so as soon as you come up, they're going to try to float it over your head and go deep.
Good first pass to the front line. Nicholson goes back line with the shot. Right in the middle, set up for a hitter. That was Gracie Wallace. And now this one hit into the net by Holcomb, and Roane County earns the side out.
The blocks, although not producing points for the Lady Raiders, seems to be taking some of the confidence away from Point Pleasant as they're not approaching the ball as hard now. They're just trying to get it over the top and try to find spots rather than try to swing through a block.
One of the reasons, and I'm glad I didn't get called for the kibosh, broadcaster's kibosh. One of the reasons that Mitchell earned a player of the game last night was due to her service. She had second and third set service opportunities, and she put together 5 or so points in each one of those. Speaking of service opportunities, an ace for Gracie Wallace.
Yep, that's 4 to 5 points now, Drew, have come by way of just not receiving the serve. Just letting the ball get down for aces for Point Pleasant.
Good first pass. They'll set it up for Harlan, but that's going to be an illegal touch.
Yep, ball handling there on Moorhead. Looked like they got her for a double. Just got to try to keep those hands connected and pass through the ball.
She came in with 394 assists on the year. And again, Roane County unable to handle the serve of Point Pleasant. Wallace with the ace.
Just like that, Drew, Point Pleasant's came all the way back and taken a 1-point lead after an early 4-point lead by the Lady Raiders.
Strong service, and the kibosh works both ways. Into the nets. Roane County with the side outs. Wallace checking out. Back in comes the libero. And Haley Nicholson ready to serve. She got things started. Strong back line serve. Thomas going to set it up to the front line. They'll have to push it across. Moorhead's going to look for Harlan. That one ripped at the nets. I'm not sure if it would have gotten over anyway. Couple of blockers there.
Yep, ball just came off a little bit low. Probably not quite going to get over it. You can hear the hitters calling out their slots of where they want that pass or the set to be. See if Lady Raiders can start connecting on more kill opportunities.
Strong serve drops out of the sky again for Kaylee Holcomb. How many aces is that for Point Pleasant here in the first?
I think I've got 6 now, Drew, just by way of receiving errors for the Lady Raiders. So 6 of the 16 early points for Point Pleasant have come from the service line.
Roane County has led by 5 in this set, and that one got on Freeland quickly. I'm not sure if that one was hit off of the face or not.
Yeah, I think it caught her just on the side, maybe expecting that to catch some net and kind of pop up in the air or dive down, but certainly not prepared for that ball to come right at her.
Now a 3-point advantage for the Lady Knights. This one high into the rafters. Moorhead's going to set it up. Blosser keeps it alive. Lady Knights looking for a setup. Blosser comes flying in. And Blosser was there for the block and called into the net was Point Pleasant.
Lady Raiders able to cut it back to 2 after Point Pleasant went on a really big run there, Drew. See if Moorhead can get going from the service line and get the Lady Raiders back into it.
Miss hits on the serve, and immediately Roane County will give it back. And when Roane County has struggled, that's been the struggle, not able to string together points.
Yep, they're able to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit, if you will. They get a point, maybe 2, but they're struggling hitting these 4 or 5-point runs.
Serving is Carly Smith now. Good first pass. Moorhead's going to set it up right in the middle. Blosser didn't have a good look at it, so she'll send it over. This one touched across. Blosser gives it right back, and they're going to call a lift on Page.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call, but a really good job by Moorhead there off her pass, putting it to the middle and giving Blosser the opportunity at it. Something that is going to add confidence sets down the road.
The facial expression for Coach Allie Peary also wasn't sure about it. This one's sent across with the push, and again, Roane County in struggle mode, and Coach Allie Peary sees it. The timeout coming as Roane County trails 20-15. Let Dye & Williams Insurance at 217 Church Street in Spencer help you with the coverage you need. Homeowners, farm owners, vacant home, mobile home, motorcycle, farm equipment, and ATV. If you have a business, we can help you there also. Whatever your insurance needs, let Dye & Williams find you the best coverage. Dye & Williams, 217 Church Street next to the courthouse. Call 304-927-5656 or email us at dyeandwilliams@suddenlinkmail.com. Serving Spencer and Roane County for over 60 years. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Out of the Roane County timeout, we're in set number 1. Lady Raiders had a lead of 5 points early in this set. They now trail 20-15. Coach Allie Peary trying to settle her girls down, talking about we need more communication. You guys sound dead out there.
Yep, communication, and that speaks true. 11 of Point Pleasant's 20 points in the first sets have come from either serving errors by the Lady Raiders or receiving errors by the Lady Raiders. So over half of Point Pleasant's points have come in just that early into the play.
Front line service, and Roane County's not going to get it across.
It all starts with that first pass, Drew, being able to handle the serve, get it to your setter to get our hitters in position to be successful. And again, tonight, Lady Raiders early struggling with that.
Soft first service, and Roane County scrambling. They'll be able to keep it alive, but that one did not look pretty. Diagonal rip shot from Taylor. Nice dig by Michaela Boatwright. Lady Raiders going back line with that shot. Opportunity for some offense. First pass setting up Moorhead right in the middle. Blosser, two-hand push. I haven't seen Blosser take very many swings here in the first set.
No, when you get that opportunity off a good pass and a good set, you'd like to see her just wind up and take a shot at that thing, especially as you're down 6 at that point.
Roane County needs a run here. A side out would help at the moment. This one goes back line, too strong, no touch at the net. And asking, ye shall receive.
Yep, 6-point set now, right now. The issue is, Drew, with the Lady Raiders, if they can't put together a run, even if we pick up 2, Point Pleasant picks up 1, they just inch closer and closer to that set point.
Piper Harlan serving. A lot of forward spin on that one. Opportunity for Lindy Taylor and tipped at the nets. And it falls in for the side out.
Point Pleasant has really come on strong, especially after that spurt from the service line earlier. They're doing a good job getting their passes, and they're getting the sets on target, getting good swings on the ball. Right now, they're going up and over the block attempts by the Lady Raiders.
Maddie Thomas serving. And again, Roane County unable to handle it.
Communication and having your feet moving. You see sometimes when that set's coming, maybe some people just standing with their feet in concrete. They got to be active and approaching the ball, ready to move side to side.
And they're able to handle that one. Blosser takes a swing at that one, goes back line. After being tipped from a frontline player, Maddie Thomas goes crashing to the floor.
Yep, especially in this situation, you're down 7. You got to take the opportunities when they're there. Good job by Blosser trying to get one.
Roane County needs a big run to get back into this one, and it will not happen as Boatwright sends it into the net. And as good as the first half of the set looked, the second half was just as bad for the Lady Raiders as set 1 taken by Point Pleasant. 25-17 in this best of 5. We'll be back after these messages.
This is Gabby Bowen, Chronic Care Manager at Roane County Family Healthcare. Have you ever been told by a doctor, nurse, or other healthcare professional that you have high blood pressure, also known as hypertension? Uncontrolled high blood pressure raises the risk for heart disease and stroke, which are leading causes of death in the United States. Fortunately, high blood pressure is treatable and preventable. Here at Roane County Family Healthcare, we have developed a program for our patients that incorporates one-on-one consultations, individualized care plans, education, monthly calls, and more. By participating in our services, you also receive your own free blood pressure monitor. Yes, a free monitor, so that you can closely monitor your progress. So are you ready to take the step towards healthier goals? Give me a call at 304-927-8139. My office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Let me help you manage your hypertension. Roane County Family Healthcare, healthcare for the entire family.
Visit the Garden Fresh Market in downtown Spencer. We stock fresh produce arriving daily. Let us create meat and cheese trays or veggie and fruit trays for your next event. Our kitchen is open daily, eat in or carry out, Monday through Saturday, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner with daily specials available. We also sell fresh flower arrangements at Taylor's Floral. The Garden Fresh Market. Give us a call at 304-927-5109 or stop in and see us at 229 Ripley Road in downtown Spencer. And let's go Raiders.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, but they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
Your local Gravely dealer is Richard's Lawn and Garden, located at 130 Main Street, Spencer, West Virginia. Phone number 304-927-4580. Be sure to visit our showroom across the street right beside the T-Mobile building. We welcome you back inside the castle. Set 1, a comeback victory for the Lady Knights of Point Pleasant, 25-17. And Coach Matt Peary, you got to have a short memory after the finish of that first set. You got to get back on track if you're Roane County.
Yeah, certainly something you want to put behind you quickly is 12 of Point Pleasant's 25 points there came by way of errors of Lady Raiders, whether serving errors or receiving errors. Lack of communication right there in the huddle, just maybe some lack of confidence. Too many pushes, just pushing the ball over the net. Hardly any swings taken on set right there. And again, that all starts with the pass getting to the setter. Moorhead, not sure if showing any discomfort, but Caitlin Samples is entered here in set number 2 to start at the setter position. And Lexi Burdett has taken over for Olivia Freeland in the back row to start the second set.
Back line of Boatwright, Burdette and Alvis up front. Piper Harlan, Caitlin Samples, and Mahaley Nicholson. Front line, Addison Lewis. Addison Lewis, Chloe Patrick, and Carly Smith. Thomas, Holcomb, and Taylor on the back line. And Roane County, once again, right off of the bat, unable to handle the service of Kaylee Holcomb.
Yep, not a bad pass there by Boatwright, getting to the front row. Samples first point in, maybe just not quite up to speed yet.
Gift given by Holcomb as that one dives into the floor quickly. Side out to the Lady Raiders. Boatwright out. In on the front line goes Paige Blosser. Haley Nicholson, second on the team in aces. Goes back line with it. Well, the communication issues that were apparent for Point Pleasant the first half of set one have been fixed. A rip shot, though, by Piper Harlan back line, and Thomas unable to get a clean one on the shot.
Yep, and that's something Coach Allie Peary was talking about there during the kind of the timeout in between sets there. Getting out of your comfort zone, you have got to get swings on the volleyball. Instead, you're just letting the other team set up and run their offense while we're getting none. So good job by getting set up early.
Great serve with the forward spin, and a miss hit on the back line sends it into the stands. And Roane County, just as they did to begin first set, gets themselves out to a little lead.
Yep, very similar start from the first two sets. You got to see the Lady Raiders keep rolling with confidence throughout this one.
Back line serve, again a miss hit, and that will leave Point Pleasant scrambling. Samples unable to set it up cleanly, and again a miss hit on the back line. Point Pleasant looking much as they did in the first half of set one.
Yep, the first set was at 5-1, and I believe got to 7-2 at one point early, and then Point Pleasant came charging back from the service line. I'd like to see the Lady Raiders stay confident here, and when the side out does go back to point, get your serve receive taken care of.
That one hits the nets and just tips over the top of it. That's a tough play to try to make if you're a backline defender.
Yeah, Drew, that wouldn't count in ping pong. You'd have to do it again.
No prison rules for Coach Matt Peary. 5-1 the lead. Good service at the moment for Mahaley Nicholson, and a bit of an overpass from the back line gets the ball underneath the net. Roane County now up by 5, and a timeout taken now by Point Pleasant. 6-1 here in set 2.
Did you know Hardman's is now stocking Trex decking? That's right. You don't have to worry with staining your deck anymore with Trex decking. We have 3 colors in stock to choose from, so you can buy it today and install it tomorrow. Ask about special financing options and enjoy your new deck all summer long. Looking to beat the heat and upgrade the inside of your home this summer? Call Rachel and Ripley or Tracy and Spencer about new carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl flooring. Many of these options are in stock and ready for you to take home today. Maybe you want to give your walls their best look? Come in and pick out your new favorite color or have us color match to the one you just can't live without. Our Best Look Paint and Primer in One is your only choice for superior quality at an affordable price. Hardman's, our family serving yours since 1907.
Mahaley Nicholson still on serve here in set number 2. Roane County trailing 1-0. A timeout called for Point Pleasant. Good block at the net for Paige Blosser, kept alive on Point Pleasant side. Now again, a ball right in between a pair of defenders, front line and back line, and the Lady Raiders run continues.
Yep, the biggest difference you've seen early, Drew, communication obviously, but some energy and some enthusiasm by the ladies out there on the floor. Seem excited to be here and excited to play here in set 2.
Nicholson still serving strong. Diagonal shot attempt at the net, tipped down by Blosser. Man, oh man, can that young lady get up?
She does a really good job timing the ball, not only on block attempts, but her swings as well. When she takes them, an overpass by Point Pleasant, lays right there in the middle for Blosser to put down.
It's almost like she's looking down over the net when she gets up that high. Good service again. And again, no offense to speak of. That one's going to hit against the tall judge up there.
Lady Raiders up 9-1, and you want to see this thing continue to grow and then continue to communicate and not become complacent with an 8-point lead.
Get that motivation going. Tough first hit. That one kept alive, tipped at the net. Blosser will keep it alive. Harlan's going to tip it across trying to catch Point Pleasant's front line off guard. Good scramble by the Lady Knights. Now an offensive shot attempt. And County handles it and keeps the point alive. Good swing opportunity by Lewis, back line, handled by Nicholson. Couple of different opportunities offensively. Took a bit off, did Patrick. And right in that Bermuda Triangle of 3 defenders.
Yep, pretty good point right there both ways. Communication, couple good ups from each side. Point Pleasant battled all the way through to earn the point.
For those who didn't see the JV match, there was a lot of that as well. That one went all 3 sets in the JV side of things. Roane County ended up winning that in comeback fashion. Blosser tipping it across. Right back across it goes. Good dive effort by Page. Couldn't get enough on that dig opportunity.
Yep, she saw the tip coming. She tried to recover just a little bit too far away, but good effort there. You still hold a 6-point lead.
Carly Smith serving. Tremendous first pass. And again, Blosser not going after the rip shot.
Yep, you'd love to see her go up and approach and just take a swing at that ball. Even if it goes long, start building that confidence in your swing as Harlan just did.
Harlan sent it across with some force. And that's going to be an over the line. Chloe Patrick had her back turned towards the net, and as she was bumping that across, that right foot took a step backwards.
Yep, got just a little bit too far under. Sometimes you don't see called, but when you get about up to your knee, you're going to get that call almost every time.
And Caitlin Samples got put in after Moorhead went down with the injury last night, played very well, had 8 assists, in that second and third sets. And she'll start off with a nice ace.
Yep, good placement on her first serve of the evening there to put down for an ace. You want to see this 8-point lead continue to grow.
Lob serve on the second opportunity up to the front line. Here's a rip. And Roane County into the net anyway, but that was going to be a great shot anyway by, I believe that was Lindy Taylor?
Yeah, I think that was Taylor, number 12. What a swing. Yeah, and did she elevate off the floor on that, Drew? Really good job. Her shoulders may have been above the net on that one.
Soft serve from Thomas, hits the net. Roane County able to keep it alive. Good hustle by the Lady Raiders. Alva's first pass, a little bit too strong. Samples trying to touch that one across, couldn't get there in time.
Yep, not quite in time. You hold a 6-point lead, I believe there. I think that score is correct. Like to see you get a side out here, take care of serve, receive. A little bit better on this next one, hopefully. Get the ball set up to Samples up there as a setter and get a ball put away.
And once again, that issue with miscommunication on the back line serve leads to an ace. And Maddie Thomas having a great service here. It's cut the 8-point advantage down, and it's going to go a little further down now. 8-point lead cut in half. Just on the service right now of the libero, Maddie Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas does a really good job for serves. Lady Raiders unable to do anything with it right now.
They'll handle the first shot opportunity. Veethans thought about taking a swipe at it. Instead goes with the bump. Roane County has an option for offense. A little bit of an overpass, and still Piper Harlan flying sideways and backwards. That's like a fadeaway shot in basketball.
Yeah, it really is, and a good job on recognition of that, of the sets pushing her outside, of instead of trying to take a swing with your body falling away, just get 2 hands on it, saw the open spot near the net, and did a great job hitting it.
That stops the bleeding a little bit. A good first serve for Harlan. An overpass, unfortunately, Samples couldn't get a good clean hit on it. So after Roane County stopped the bleeding of the 4-point run, they give it right back to Bechtel and Point Pleasant. The lefty service. Back line, another miss hit for Roane County, and that has become an issue in the first couple of sets here tonight.
Yep, one of those things with any sport, really, Drew, defense is just kind of about passion and heart and wanting to play it. Lady Raiders have got to want to make this first pass to be successful.
They get an overpass, but Kaylee Holcomb, who was up there at the net for a block attempt, decided she was going to try to swing at it, and that one off the side of her hand. Roane County able to get the side out back. See if Boatwright can get things going with the service. That one's going to fly long, though.
Just kind of the same way we lulled ourselves into the first set, Drew. Started really strong, commanded an 8-point lead here in set number 2. and just letting Point Pleasant slowly drag themselves back into the set.
Good first pass up front, and Nicholson wasting no time hammering that one. Thomas able to handle it. Or Taylor, sorry. Another opportunity, and again, that one ripped back line. It goes long. Was it touched is the question. Judges say no.
No touch, but you've got to be extremely thrilled with the 2 swings Mahaley took just on that point there. Both of them could have been kill shots and could have put the point away.
Sample sets it up again, and here's another opportunity. She took a little off of it and aimed diagonally at the right corner.
Yep, really good job by Nicholson there. When she gets rolling and she has confidence in her swing, she is really hard to deal with, Drew, because even if the blockers get there in time, unless they're placed perfect, they're going to have a hard time dumping it back across the net. Right now, not much of a blocking presence by Point Pleasant, so just being able to get your kills down will be extremely helpful early.
Great first serve by Lexi Burdett, and the Lady Knights were scrambling from the start.
Yep, called for a footfall in the JV match, I believe, and really close to one right there. She's been instructed to take an extra step back.
She does, and that one's going to miss. So Roane County, they stopped the bleeding. That was down to 4. It's down to 3 now. And this is one of those critical points of the set that Roane County definitely needs to hit a run themselves, not give up a run. Strong service, great job by Boatwright. Nicholson unable to get a solid swing on it. That one goes back diagonal line, and that one in. Lindy Taylor's had a couple of good swings on it here in the second set.
Yep, that one was going to be hard to deal with. Really good job bringing the opposite corner from where she was. But now the lead's cut to 2. Lady Raiders, when you have that 8-point lead, it's hard to keep 8, 9-point leads, but you want to keep that thing at least 5 to 6. If you give up a point or 2, you're going to try to get that back quickly.
It's almost as if Point Pleasant doesn't start playing until they wake up down 5. And they have cut it down to 1 in the second set. Roane County trailing 1 set to none. 25-17 Point Pleasant in that first set.
Yep, you've got to be expecting a timeout soon here by Roane County if they can't get this this roll stopped by Point Pleasant.
Opportunity, Samples. That one was a double hit.
Yep, ball handling error there. Second one we've seen called tonight. First on Samples and one also on Moorhead. Unable to keep the hands together and keep the ball together.
Another good serve, and suddenly the lead is back to Point Pleasant, just as they did in that first set. Momentum is a major contributor in these volleyball matches.
Yep, especially from the service line. If you get into your head you're not going to return the serve, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Is you're not going to be able to handle it.
Overpass, and that one sent right back down by Chloe Patrick, and here comes the timeout for Roane County. They trail 17-15 here in set number 2.
Is your grass already growing so fast it looks like a hayfield? Then you need to go see the professionals at Hildreth Supply. Hildreth Supply has all the Husqvarna equipment you need to tame that out-of-control yard. How about the Husqvarna riding lawnmower, model number YTH 18542, priced at $2218.75. Husqvarna trimmer, model number 329L for $249.99, or model number 130L for $265.94, and many more. Visit us on the web at hildrethsupply.com, check out our Facebook page at Hildreth Oilfield Supply, or stop by and see us at the store located on Route 33 in Spencer. Hildreth Supply, a hometown store with hometown ownership and proud supporter of all Roane County athletes.
We welcome you back inside the castle. We're in set number 2. Much like set number 1, Roane County held the early big lead. And much like set number 1, they have given it up here, down 17-15.
Yep, same thing we've talked about almost every time on air, Drew. It's the serve receive that is killing the Lady Raiders here early tonight.
Gracie Wallace has been serving very, very well. Here's one overpass, tipped at the net. Roane County able to maintain. And now a backline diagonal push. And Point Pleasant caught napping.
Yep, really good location there by Nicholson. Good job by Moorhead of keeping that ball alive, and that ball went to Burdett, who's going to end up with the assist on that. Good job by Nicholson, though, finding the open area in the back corner.
Lacey Mitchell serving. Moorhead sets it up. Nicholson rips this one back line again. Moorhead another assist to add to her team leading total.
Yep, Moorhead doing a really good job here tonight getting the ball. And right now, I don't know if there's another option on the floor other than setting Mahaley in the middle, because she is going after that ball and putting great swings on it.
Absolutely. Mahaley confident at the net right now. This one set up and blocked at the net. A little high, actually, did Nicholson get.
Yep, I think she mistimed it a little bit. If she's just a little bit later, she's going to catch that ball at the top of the net. Instead, it may have gotten clear to her elbow there. Really good jump, but just mistimed just a little bit.
Kate Alvis in on the back line for Lacey Mitchell. Roane County, again, miscommunication or lack thereof. And that has been the absolute killer in the first couple of sets.
Yep. Usually with that serve right there, you want your libero to get to it and try to make that pass as kind of your defensive player right there. So you got to communicate, and somebody's got to take charge and get that pass on to the setter.
Kaylee Holcomb. And that one was mishit and an errant serve. Roane County better take advantage of. You look top to bottom. From what we've seen, every one of these Lady Knights can serve very well.
Yep, they've done a good job. And right there as Blosser checked in, I believe Nicholson just stepped in and said, be confident. Okay, when that ball is set to you, take a swing at it. That's what she's in for, and she's done a really good job at over the last year and a half now.
Boy, Nicholson sent that one to the back line. I think at the last second, Taylor saw that was going to drop in and try to get a swing on it. Hit off high up on the forearms. And here's an ace behind that, so Mahaley telling everyone else to be confident, and she's been that way.
Yep, she's done a good job with 4 kills and a handful of aces here in the second set. She started off strong. She's back in rotation to serve, doing a good job for the Lady Raiders.
Roane County back in front for the first time in quite a while in this second set. Kill opportunity not cleanly hit. Moorhead sets it up, Blosser, and that's going to be a miss hit.
Yep, just kind of not square with the ball there. You can see the face she made after she knew. But what the Lady Raiders did was they climbed back into it and took a 1-point lead. Now you're sitting it tied up, and really it's a race to 5 here, Drew.
And the question is, can you handle the service? They do on this one. Alvis sends it up front, and there's Blosser ripping at it and showing the confidence that we were hoping to see.
Yep, one thing that's setting the middles up for the Lady Raiders so well is Point Pleasant's kind of lack of a blocking presence there. They're kind of sending solo blockers at it, and it's given the hitting angles for the Lady Raiders are huge right now. With the confidence, they can get swings on the ball and put it away for kills.
Moorhead, lob serve back line, miss hit again, kept alive again. Great hustle by Point Pleasant. Moorhead's going to set it up on the far side, tipped across by Piper Harlan, who has been slamming it across the nets, and she took it off. Both of the defenders fell down.
Yep, both blockers tried to block outside there. Harlan saw it, recognized, and she went opposite right to the middle. Really good idea by Harlan there.
Very smart play by Piper. This one ripped across, touched the net by Vethens, and that one angled it away from Alvis on the dive.
Yep. That one, you can never tell your blockers try not to block, just not quite enough of it to slow it up and give the back line time to get there. The Lady Raiders doing a much better job here late in the second set.
But Maddie Thomas on serve. This one at the nets, and it may have been even tipped by Lewis at the net, but Roane County unable to handle it. It's another timeout for the Lady Raiders. We're tied at 22 apiece in set number 2.
Hi, this is Lisa Simmons inviting you to join the team of savings and visit Honest Fred's Flooring at 373 East Main Street, Arnoldsburg Road. We're the largest flooring warehouse in town, and it's fully stocked with the latest trends in floor covering. All first quality with fair pricing, great values, and professional installation. Stop by or call today, 304-927-8082, or check us out on the web.
Take a small drive to big savings. HonestFreds.com.
Welcome you back inside the Castle set 2. Roane County trailing 1-0. Lady Raiders have gotten back into this second set, but Maddie Thomas serving for Point Pleasant.
Yeah, it has been a nightmare to try to deal with Thomas's serve back here this evening.
And Thomas helping the Lady Raiders out. That one sent too strong across the back line. Roane County with the side outs, and they're 2 points away from giving up a lead and taking it back and trying to close it out here in set number 2 to even it to 1 apiece. Harlan rips that one across, overpass at the net. Moorhead's going to set it up, Blosser. Now this one back line. Roane County at the net, got a hustle. Moorhead able to keep it alive after Blosser does so as well. Thomas swings it from the back line. This one touched across, whistle, and Roane County called into the net.
Yeah, they may have gotten Moorhead with her hand over right there. Lady Raiders, a pretty good job right there scrambling. You're knotted up at 23, and now you're going to deal with a tough serve from the lefty from Point Pleasant, so you got to be prepared for that thing to come either direction.
Boatwright unable to get a clean hit on it. Blosser tried the one-hand stab over near Roane County's bench, and now it is set point for Bechtel and Point Pleasant. Second serve. Moorhead's going to set it up over on the near side. A little bit of an overpass, so Blosser had to send it back. Good dig by Boatwright. Over to Mitchell. She'll go back line. Now this one ripped across. Roane County going to have to get it back across the net. They will. They're looking for Taylor here. Nope, they'll go back to the middle. Roane County handles it. Now Mitchell pushes it across. Very tense set here. And that one tipped at the net by a pair. Veethans and Blosser both there to take it from Taylor.
Yep, really good job going up, sending a double to the block there on the outside. Lady Raiders able to gain the point and get it back to tied to where you have one to work with. You'd really like to see to take a 1-point lead here.
Boatwright's clean on the serve. They're going to set it up on the near side. That one tipped at the net by Nicholson and Veethans, but that will be Holcomb with the point. And it is a race to win by 2 at this point.
Yep, just unable to close the block from the middle there. Good effort, just not quite there in time as Point Pleasant's looking at set point.
Roane County needs the side out. Moorhead. And Nicholson will send it back over. Here's one sent back line. Moorhead's going to try to set it up over on the far side. She will, and a great swing. Not a strong swing, but down the line, and that will keep Roane County alive with Lacey Mitchell.
Yep, good job by Mitchell there putting the spin on the ball to get it over. Again, you've tied it back up again, and a good job there by the Lady Raiders fighting, not giving up on that point.
Veethans out, Lexi Burdett in to serve. Strong back line serve, and it drops down for the ace. How about the sophomore?
2 aces here in just the second set alone, Drew. Really good job stepping in, coming off the bench, being called to serve here late in the really crucial points of this set.
Now serving for the second set. That one lobbed back line. Roane County will play defense. That one tipped at the net by Nicholson. She was expecting a hard shot coming by Carly Smith. It didn't. And it kind of rolls down the arms.
Yep, Smith did a good job tooling the block in front of her, finding the angle, taking some off, and hitting the point where you can't possibly get it back across the net.
Wallace serving. Moorhead sends it over, right back to her. Burdett sets it up for Nicholson, and it goes low into the net, and Roane County is going to have to stave off another second set point. Gracie Wallace, strong service. Wallace into the net, and the help comes to Roane County, and we're still alive in the second.
Yep. At this point, Drew, when you're down 1, it's just survive and try to get to a point late in a rally. But when you're tied, man, you want to attack and get that point and keep the side out opportunities.
Mitchell serving. They're going to set it up over for Holcomb. She'll lob it across. Now Moorhead for Harlan, and another error called on Roane County, and it'll be right back to another set point for the strong service of Point Pleasant.
Not a bad pass by Burdett there on the free ball opportunity. Moorhead just unable to keep hands together.
Set serve, great job by Boatwright. Handling that strong serve. Nicholson can't get it across. Wow. And Roane County will drop the second set, 29-27. And Roane County now facing elimination as it's Point Pleasant leading 2-0. You're watching Lady Raider volleyball action on WVRC's YouTube channel.
If you want an affordable price on your next vehicle, new or used, you need to visit Jack Garrett Ford. It's that simple. And yes, it's that affordable. New 22s arriving regularly, including Escape, F-150, and Explorer. You can even special order a new Ford. And of course, a nice selection of used on hand. Find out what saving and selection are all about at Jack Garrett Ford, Ripley Road, Spencer.
Hey, are you serious? I like a good laugh. I bet you do too.
Which is why I say, if all those insurance companies want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads, go right ahead, as long as it's not my money that's paying for it. Here's how you get seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance. Go to Erie Insurance. With Erie, a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products like Erie Rate Lock. You hear that? Rate Lock. The name says it all. For car insurance, it can't be beat. But hey, don't just take it from me. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with them year after year after year. Seriously.
Your Erie Insurance agent in Spencer is the Kirby Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 927-2544. That's 927-2544. Or visit kirbyinsurance.com.
Vote Matt White for Roane County Clerk. I'm a lifelong resident of Roane County and a 2001 graduate of Roane County High School. I've spent the last 18 years working in service of the public at Roane General Hospital and the last 10 years helping to cover youth sports here on WVRC. I've had the privilege of watching my father for the last 24 years, and I understand firsthand the amount of time and dedication it takes to be a successful county clerk. It's about the people knowing that when they walk through the door, they will be treated fairly and with respect, no matter the situation. The county clerk should always be the face of the office and not just a name on the door. If elected, I promise to continue with the same standards of hard work and service to the people of Roane County and the surrounding communities that you've all come to know and expect. Thank you for your support in the upcoming election. Vote Matt White for Roane County Clerk.
Paid for by the candidate. We welcome you back inside the castle. Here we go, set number 3. It's as simple as you got to win them out now, Coach Peary, as Roane County took another lead by 8 points in the second set and gave it up and ended up losing that second set 29-27. Although in the latter part of that set, they really kind of got back on track, but not enough to win the set.
Yep, the middle part of that set is really what proved to be crucial right there. Lady Raiders, I believe, were up 16-12 at one point, and just like that, it was 18-18. So struggled in the middle, started off really strong, played strong at the end, but gave up too much cushion in the middle of set number 2.
Nicholson has been very good. She starts on serve, Roane County. A tip at the net. Opportunity for offense for Point Pleasant. Nicholson handles it. Blosser sends it over. See if those early set struggles for Point Pleasant continue. That seems as if they just aren't comfortable until they're behind, and then they start to wake up and communicate.
Yep, and then you get Point Pleasant back behind the service line, which is really not what you have wanted this evening. Have been exceptional at hitting their spots with their serves.
Absolutely. Holcomb, strong serve back line. Roane County, no communication. And Boatwright and Moorhead crash into each other. That's dangerous because of Moorhead's injury, and Roane County 3 on the floor on that play.
Really struggling in the back line with communication. With the second ball, you always want to try to get to your setter, and if she can get there, she should be the one that takes it. You had kind of a collision there and a collision late in the point as well.
Roane County trailing early. This one blocked at the net by Blosser. Moorhead sets it up. Harlan tips it across. Another good play by Piper. She has been on point with the rip shots and now a couple of soft ones.
Yep, she's done a good job of, tonight she's done a very good job of seeing where the block presence is or finding the open soft spot of the defense and finding it with the volleyball.
Moorhead serving now for Roane County. We're in the third set. Roane County trailing 2-0. And a little bit of medicine back to Roane County as Lewis tips that one across.
Yep, with the block solo attempt there. Unable to get up from the back line to get a pass on the ball there. Just a soft touch by Point Pleasant. Really good idea with feeling the blocker there tight. Just go right overhead and try to drop it in.
County able to handle the first serve this time. Tipped across, kept alive. And both teams trying some soft finish shots. And that one blocked down and kept alive on the first play by Smith, and Taylor unable to get to it. Roane County earns the side out.
Really good job by Veethans there, getting up to high point the ball and get the block for the Lady Raiders. Cut it to a 3-2 lead for Point Pleasant with Harlan back to serve.
First serve for Piper drops out of the sky. Thomas able to handle it, and that's going to be a double hit.
You'd see that one not come flush off of her hands at the same time. The up ref in the stand got her for a double right there.
Roane County has tied it at 3 here in set 3. Rip serve that time. And again, Point Pleasant will be scrambling just to keep it alive. They will. Moorhead's going to set it up for Blosser. Blosser takes a bit off, and as it was tipped at the net, it angled differently to Lewis, and she ends up with the miss hit.
Yep, all about your angles there, kind of far off of the net. She went to a push there, which you don't want to see a lot, but when you're that far off the net, hard to get a clean swing on the ball. Good job by Blosser switching it up there.
Harlan goes back line, another miss hit, an ace for Piper. Well, maybe Roane County just wanted to start off trailing a set once. See how the other half lives.
After you start so strong, you want to be able to put those sets away when you carry an 8-point lead that early. See if the Lady Raiders can put another run together here.
Thomas handles the third serve. This one down the line, and that one off of Moorhead. And Roane County will give it back to Point Pleasant with Maddie Thomas set to serve.
If you're the Lady Raiders, this is certainly a team that you can obviously play with and a team that you can beat. Just so many errors early have been hurting.
This one at the net, that's going to be tough. Roane County, can they get it across? Veethans, it rides across the top of the net. It goes across, but by the time it did, it was out of bounds.
So close that ball just doesn't roll quite as far on the top. That's going to drop for a point. Point Pleasant giving up on the ball, thinking that it was going to be a point. And Veethan's able to get it across, just rolled out of bounds.
Nasty second serve. That one drops below the back line of Harlan. And back and forth we go in set number 3. Roane County again trails 2-0 in the best of 5. Blosser touching it across. And someone into the net or over the line.
Yep, I think across the line there in the middle. Mahaley Nicholson enters back for the Lady Raiders. See how she can get rolling here in the third set of the evening from her middle position.
And Michaela Boatwright, we'd like to see her get rolling here from service. Leading producer of aces this year for Roane County. Sitting back line, and Roane County. It's one of those at the last second, you're not sure if it's going to stay in or not. Roane County thought it was out, and it drops right in. That's got to be frustrating.
Yep, really good placement there by Point Pleasant, hitting the back corner. Moorhead's giving chase to it, and Harlan's trying to come across as well to give chase. It just falls inside.
The lefty service of Bechtel. Good first pass. Now Nicholson, she's feeling it. Great dig by Point Pleasant. But they're not going to be able to get across. Maybe Thomas a little decision problem there. You probably just want to get that across.
Yep, maybe just pass that ball across, give Roane County the free ball, but ultimately not give them the automatic point there. Really, really hard swing to make from that position. Nicholson, though, stepped right in, took another great swing on the ball. I really like what you've seen the last 2 sets out of her, just taking hacks at it.
Yeah, not just the confidence, but the execution. Roane County, that one stays on the Lady Raiders side. Stays on Point Pleasant side. I thought that rolled down Roane County side.
Yep, good serve there by Burdette. An overpass gets right into the net, and Mitchell's able to go up and just get enough of it to dump it back down on Point Pleasant side.
The lead in set 3, yo-yoing back and forth. Roane County by 1. Oh, and miscommunication again by Point Pleasant. Roane County has another point on the board.
Burdette doing a good job from the service line here. Nicholson was very much involved with the net there, but maybe the ball had already not cleared to keep the side out for the Lady Raiders.
Point Pleasant going to set it up for Taylor, blocked at the net. Nicholson right there, and she will touch it over. And Nicholson a little too far over.
Yep, hand got above the net and kind of went flat with the ground. You're going to see that called just about every time. Unfortunately, if she doesn't even get that high on the ball, she's going to get it down for the kill, as Point Pleasant had nobody in that area.
Great first block by she and Lacey Mitchell. And back into service and back out of service. Lindy Taylor. That's the best case scenario right now for the Lady Raiders, is a short service by all of these Point Pleasant servers. Lacey Mitchell drops one out of the sky. Good first pass. Moorhead's going to set it up for Piper Harlan. Goes tall and rips it back line again. Piper and Mahaley right now playing very well, getting good, clean swats at it.
Yep, when they approach the ball with confidence, they do such a good job with their swings, but I think it's sometimes the lack of the confidence, Drew, of wanting to take that swing on the ball.
And they're timing it very well. Here's Wallace. Backlines that one. Good job by Burdett. Now Harlan sends it with the bump across the net. Opportunity for Smith, blocked at the net, and Nicholson there again. Harlan pushes diagonally. They're going to set it up for Smith again. That one dug out again by Burdett. Roane County going to struggle though, but Lexi Burdett's a couple of really nice plays on that point.
Really good job staying in front of the ball and staying square with it, able to keep it up. Can't fault any effort right there by the Lady Raiders. Nicholson's jumping all over the place for block attempts. They're playing hard, Drew, and that's what you can't take away from them, is they are hustling all over the floor this evening.
Gracie Wallace serving. It's been very tough for Roane County to handle. They will. This time it'll be set up in the middle for Chloe Patrick, and the soft shot falls in.
Lady Raiders now trail by just, hold a 1-point lead, in set number 3. You'd like to see them get on a roll here and try to stretch this, ultimately, if they're going to make this thing go more than just 3 sets tonight.
Second serve for Wallace, and again, just strong from start to finish. All of these Lady Knights.
Yep, maybe Lady Raiders struggling a little bit with getting a read off of the serve, whether that's going to catch the net or carry deep, just kind of struggling to come up and play a lot of these serves that's falling in front.
Strong serve again. Good job by Boatwright. This one set up. Nicholson again. Wonderful dig to keep it alive. Roane County not going to be able to get to it. Wow. That was a tremendous swing, and somehow Point Pleasant got a hold of it.
Yep, that's one that you just try to get in front and square up, and she did exactly that. Point Pleasant, good job getting it over the net. Lady Raiders unable to make a pass.
And back and forth we continue to go in set 3. Again, Roane County must win 3 straight sets here, down 2-0. Moorhead's going to set it up for Nicholson in the middle. Sends it to the back line, and that one mishit by Wallace. Roane County ties it at 12.
Yeah, I think at this point, Drew, especially as late in the season we are, I think Coach Allie Peary would probably rather see a ball get a swing taken at it, and maybe it goes long rather than just keep pushing the ball across. When you push, you really don't have much of an opportunity to score.
Good dig by Thomas to keep that alive on the good serve by Nicholson. Moorhead sets it up. That kind of in no person's land. Harlan had to go scrambling to grab it and send it across. Moorhead's going to set it up over for Harlan again. Rips it diagonal again. And boy, has she timed it right.
Yep, she's done a good job. I think she's her mechanics of her swing, she looks very smooth tonight, Drew. Doing a good job timing her jump, bringing her arm down through the ball. 3 kills in this set for Piper. A large part of keeping the Lady Raiders with a slim lead.
All right, the lead just seesawing back and forth. Roane County back in front. Strong shot handled by Alvis on the back line. Good dig by Kate. Set up at the nets, and into the net goes Holcomb. Roane County with the point.
Although she doesn't get a point for that, that was Alvis right there on just handling that swing from Point Pleasant. Really good job staying in front, and again, if you get square with the ball, much better opportunity to put it back across the net rather than passing out of bounds.
Strong serve again from Mahaley Nicholson, and that one is going to be lifted. Roane County on a run now.
Nicholson at the service line seems to be pretty confident here. Lady Raiders communicating. You can see they're having fun. When they start to struggle and their heads drop, that's when they start struggling even more. You like to see them keep their heads up and continue to battle all evening.
This one overpassed. Roane County has a chance here. Moorhead's going to set it up right in front. Blosser will swing hard at it. At the nets, it's going to stay alive. And too many hits.
No, I think they got one of the Lady Knights there as she was getting up off the ground. Maybe was a little bit under the net on that point. Again, you get Blosser with a great swing on the ball. It's about confidence, especially from your middles there. They have just got to attack the ball.
Strong service at this moment for Mahaley Nicholson, giving the Lady Raiders a chance. Moorhead has to run after this one. Blosser will have to push it back line. Bechtel now, Point Pleasant sends it across. Opportunity for Roane County. Here's Harlan again, rips it off the net. Dug out by a defender. But I think Point Pleasant's not going to get this across, and I'm telling you,
between Mahaley and Piper right now. They are unstoppable if Roane County gets the opportunity. A 5-point lead in set number 3 for Roane County.
Hungry? There's only one place to go to satisfy a hunger that big, any time of the day or night. McDonald's in Spencer. Choose from the famous Big Mac, quarter pounder with cheese, add fries and sweet tea, and you've got a meal that can't be beat. Start your day off right with the best breakfast in town. McDonald's in Spencer. Egg McMuffin, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, hot cakes, sausage burrito, add a cup of premium coffee and a hash brown. Great prices every day. McDonald's in Spencer. I'm loving it, and so will you.
A timeout for Point Pleasant here in set number 3, up 2-0. Roane County hitting a nice run with Mahaley Nicholson serving, and Roane County playing more offense than defense.
Yep, Harlan, Nicholson, Blosser here in the third set have all been taking really good swings at the ball in not so much a carefree approach, but a more aggressive approach. And then when these sets not right there, it's not on target to get a good swing at it, then they're pushing the back corners, making Point Pleasant scramble, and ultimately it's resulting in a lot of free balls rather than Point Pleasant getting attacks off of it.
Nicholson staying strong service-wise. Bechtel's going to set it up for a kill shot. Great job again, backline Roane County. Here's Harlan swinging again and finding the back line. Piper absolutely exploding here in this third set.
Yep, you start seeing at different times in seasons on all different years, Drew, of when it starts to click for teams. Maybe tonight is one of those moments when they understand, we are a pretty good volleyball team when we are aggressive.
And that one gets on the defender quickly. Carly Smith, self-preservation, moves the head out of the way. An ace for Nicholson. And the run continues. It's up to a 7-point lead.
Yep, Nicholson being aggressive from the service line, build a 7-point lead. You'd like to see him continue going right at Point Pleasant and make them do something to stop your run.
And it's not stopping yet. A couple of defenders collide for the Lady Knights. The lead is out to 20-12. Again, Roane County down 2-0. Trying to stave off elimination. Another good serve touches the top of the net. Bechtel just able to keep it alive. Roane County going to go on offense. Moorhead sets it up right in the middle. Blosser, the push shot that time. Opportunity for Smith. She'll go far side corner, and that one drops in.
Yep, really good location by Smith there for Point Pleasant to find in that back corner. Kind of through the passes there, Lady Raiders in back row had gotten sucked up a little bit closer and closer to that 10-foot line. Good recognition by going back corner there. Really smart play to stop the run.
What a tremendous run it was for Roane County. They lead by 7, make that 8 as the serve for Holcomb goes long.
Something we'd seen the first 2 sets had been roles kind of reversed here in the third, Drew. Lady Raiders, the first 2 sets popped out to 2 large leads both times and let Point Pleasant get back into it from the service line. Roles reversed here in the third.
Olivia Moorhead serving. Back line, Roane County trying to extend the match, and that will not happen on the shot by Lewis. Again, though, you're seeing Roane County move their feet better, dive after everything. They're communicating better right now. And you've got that lead to where if you get a side out here and there, you're close to winning the third set.
Right, just keep inching closer to that set point and don't give up any runs of your own.
Blosser will have to send it across the net. This one set up for Lewis, blocked at the net, sent back over. Another one at the net, touched across, great job by Moorhead. Now Vethens, soft swing. And Roane County could go on offense. They'll get it up front. Moorhead sets it up. Blosser swings hard at that one, and a couple of Knights collide as Roane County earns the side out and the points.
Yep, good job by Blosser there. Vethens with a good swing on the ball. Started early in that point. Lady Raiders communicating much better just on that point alone, Drew, than we'd seen in the first 2 sets probably combined.
Harlan, boy, she's played well here today, and an ace will help the cause. Piper making a strong case for a Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Player of the Game award.
Yep, Harlan in this third set has really come alive. She's got 4 kills and 2 aces, 3 kills in the second set and 1 in the first. Doing a really good job offensively for the Lady Raiders tonight.
Another strong serve for Harlan. Up front, Taylor blocked at the net by Vethens. Offensive opportunity. Uh-oh, that one sent a little too far, though, by Blosser. She was trying to get it ready for Olivia Moorhead, and it goes into the net.
Yep, you want to try to feed that thing a little bit higher and let Moorhead get under it and not have to crash so much towards the net. You hold an 8-point lead with 2 points to win the set. This is where you have to see the Lady Raiders put it away.
Well, Harlan, I think that Boatwright and Harlan both for a second thought that was going to go long, and then at the last second it started to die, and so Harlan goes diving after it. She's holding on to her right elbow.
Yep, as we've mentioned, the libero for Point Pleasant has been really difficult to handle the serves from.
Boatwright handled the serve. Roane County not able to produce offense, but keeps it alive. Now the Lady Raiders can work up front. This one touched across the net, just a little wide, though, by Blosser.
Yeah, Moorhead kind of missed her spot there with the set. She was looking. Blosser was a good idea. That was the only choice she had, was trying to go short corner where there was no Lady Knights at. Carried just a little too far.
Third serve. Roane County a little strong on the back line pass, and Roane County going to call a timeout. They're still up 5 here in set number 3, facing elimination down 2-0.
McIntosh Hardware, Furniture and Appliance, the store that has it all. From quality furniture, Lazy Boy, Serta, Catnapper, appliances, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, KitchenAid. And McIntosh offers setup and removal. Power equipment, Echo, Troy-Built, and in-house service. Hardware, tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, pipes, and fittings. McIntosh Hardware and Appliance, 204 Market Street in Spencer, 304-927-2700. Find us on Facebook for more great deals.
After the Roane County timeout, they lead 23-18 in this third and final set of elimination. Roane County trying to keep it alive. There's Blosser. We have been clamoring for that, and she's finally got enough confidence. That's about the 4th time she's put a swing on it, and every single time she's scored.
Yep, really good swing by Blosser there. Great pass coming straight out of it by Harlan to get it to Moorhead. Really good job by the Lady Raiders on that point.
And set point now for Roane County, trying to extend the match. This one touched across. Nicholson was there at the net, and no one else able to get it after that one sent just over the outstretched fingertips.
You'd like to see a little more active feet there, being ready to react in any which direction. Hard to play right there on a dink, just over the block attempt. Lady Raiders with a 5-point lead, as you mentioned, Drew. You'd like to see them finish this one off and not give Point Pleasant momentum.
They need only a side out here for the third set. Harlan bumps it across. Sent right back. Roane County has a chance. Moorhead bumps it up. Nicholson couldn't get a good swing on it. She'll go back line. Now Taylor goes back corner, and that one just misses long. And there is the side out the Lady Raiders needed. They win set number 3, and they'll extend this match 25-19. We'll take a break for our sponsors. We'll be back with set number 4 from the Castle.
For the next few seconds, picture yourself retired. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? How do you feel? However you picture your retirement, planning early is the best way to make it happen. And State Farm agent Norman L. Daniels is here in Spencer to help. He can chat with you about the kind of retirement that you want and then help you find the best ways to save for it. A little today can add up to a lot tomorrow. So get started now. Call State Farm agent Norman L. Daniels in Spencer at 304-927-5680 and picture yourself happy. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
NV Graphics has proudly been serving Roane and surrounding counties since 2013. We are located on Williams Drive in downtown Spencer, West Virginia. We offer screen printing, embroidery, custom apparel, team uniforms, signs, banners, trophies, and awards. Does your school, team, or league need help with fundraiser ideas? Then give us a call, 304-927-6466. That's our specialty, NV Graphics, open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Closed for lunch daily from noon to 1. Supporting local small businesses help directly support your kids in the community. Give NV Graphics an opportunity to earn your business. Thank you.
Sports builds character, character that follows us all through life. It can lift us up in grand emotions when we reach the pinnacle of success. We all can envision the agony of defeat. Both equally build character. Old Fences Realty believes in character. Working hard to achieve that pinnacle of success takes sacrifice, training, and long hours. When putting your property on the market, please remember the company that possesses that character. List with Old Fences Realty.
And go team!
We welcome you back inside the Castle. Lady Raiders able to stave off elimination in set number 3. After taking the lead in both sets 1 and set 2, they had a lead of 5 in set 1. They had a lead of 8 in set 2. Lost both of those sets, 25-17, 29-27. They did not give up the big lead in set number 3, finishing off the Lady Knights 25-19, and that's just the beginning, Coach Matt Peary. They got 2 more of these if they want to come back and defeat the previously winless Point Pleasant Lady Knights. Again, we talked about that 0-13 record being not really what you can look at because of the competition they face, but right now I think it's not a battle of execution for Roane County. It's a battle of mental capabilities and confidence.
Yeah, Lady Raiders, when they have confidence in their swing, doing a good job putting balls away when the passes are made and the setter's able to get the ball to the hitters. Doing a really, really good job, but when the confidence isn't there and they just make passes or they just push the ball across the net, all they're doing is giving Point Pleasant a free ball opportunity to get their offense set up, and they're not missing on many of their opportunities. They're taking great swings on the ball. They're tooling blocks. They're going back line. They're doing a really good job mixing it up. The Lady Raiders don't have an answer except for being aggressive when they have the chance to attack.
They'll have to go defensively here immediately. Kaylee Holcomb serving in set number 4. And Roane County able to handle the first serve. Samples in the ball game for Olivia Moorhead. And a little miss hit for Point Pleasant gives Roane County an opportunity. Samples sets it up for Harlan. Rips it corner side, and even when she's not swinging heavy at it, Coach Peary, she's still finding the side of Point Pleasant.
And that's what you see right there in that situation. If she just pushes the ball across, she has got no opportunity to score. But when she takes a roll, when she tries to put it back corner, now the defense has to handle it.
Nicholson serving. Boy, did she have a great third set on service. She was a part of that big 9-point run that led Roane County to an 8-point advantage. And she is still serving strong. She has played great, as has Piper Harlan, both offensively and defensively. Another good serve, back line handled by Thomas. Burdett will send it forward. Glosser has to push it across. Going to set it up for Lewis. She'll take the soft shot. That's the problem that has given Roane County some issues defensively.
Yep, when they try to close blocks on the outside, they're doing a good job pushing it middle opposite, and our back line's just kind of struggling getting there to cover the middle. And it's a really big open spot Point Pleasant has exploited this evening.
Soft first serve handled by Roane County. Now Harlan had to wait for Samples to get out of the way, so she'll bump it across. Again, no offense to speak of right now for Point Pleasant. Here's a backline push. Blosser makes it count.
Good job by Blosser there, staying with the ball. Really no pass or set put on target there, but Blosser stayed with it. Saw where Point Pleasant's defense was again sucked up to that 10-foot line and able to go over the top. Really hard to deal with for the backline defenders of Point Pleasant.
Veethans will check in for Burdett on the front line. Samples serving. And once again, not a lot of offense to speak of for Point Pleasant. Good first pass. Blosser a bit out of position there. Couldn't get a good swing on it. Sends it back over. But again, Point Pleasant also not getting any real offensive opportunities. Here's one sent. Maybe even a little miss hit. But that would be the first miss hit I've seen, and it still works out. Sometimes when it's good, and that time Piper has it.
You got a much better chance of being good when you swing at the ball, and a good job by Harlan there attacking for the kill.
Early lead for Roane County. And another ace. 2 backline defenders collide. And have we seen this script before, Coach Peary? Roane County leading 5-1?
I think we've seen it 2 times tonight. Hopefully this does not have the same storybook ending as we've seen so far, though.
Yeah, the trilogy. Hopefully it's a different outcome here in set 4. Roane County down 2-1. Again, Point Pleasant with no offense to speak of. Sample's going to set it up for the hot hand of Harlan. Thomas able to manage on the back line. Samples, that one got into her quickly. And that one, a little bit of a miss hit, and Roane County gives up the side out.
Yep. And then you're dealing with, again, Maddie Thomas back to serve, who has been absolutely on fire this evening from the service line for Point Pleasant.
Appreciate the kibosh attempt by Coach Matt Peary, and Roane County had it set up. Harlan riding in a little bit late there, trying to tip it across. And did not make it across. Another good serve. That one angled over to Veethans. Boat right. Over to Point Pleasant. Here's a rip shot, and Samples getting a hand on it again. And Coach Allie Peary's trying to say, you have got to get out of the way and get up front line there so you can get set for the assists.
Yep, if she's not going to sit in the platform and make a pass there, she's got to get out of the way and let one of the back row defenders try to get a pass to her. Because right now the offense has got to run through Samples with Moorhead sitting on the bench with some discomfort we saw there in set 3.
Samples unable to grab a hold of that one, and just got to kind of shake it off again. This is set number 5 of the varsity career of Samples. Yep. So you just need to settle down a bit. No big deal. It's early in this set. Roane County unable to handle the back line serve from Thomas, and Coach Peary. This is very eerily similar to sets 1 and 2.
Yes, it is. Thomas at the service line has been bad news for the Lady Raiders so far tonight.
Oh, and that's not going to help. That one hits the net.
What you'd have to expect if you're the Lady Raiders now at this point, Thomas has been dropping serves in front of you for the 4th set now. You've got to start playing up a little bit and make her go over your head.
Now Thomas gives Roane County a break. Puts that one into the middle of the net. And the bleeding stopped by the errant serve by Maddie Thomas. Roane County, through all that, down just 1 with Piper Harlan serving. Piper goes back line, and Thomas late to turn her hands around.
Yep, came out of her platform, just tried to kind of set the ball into a pass. Has to get a little bit lower, otherwise her hands are going to catch that, and it's going to go. She's going to get called for a double each time.
Another ace for Harlan, backs it up with a second in a row, and she is racking up kills and aces in the last 2 sets.
Harlan's done a good job in sets 3 and early here in set 4, getting some offense rolling for the Lady Raiders.
And you mentioned sometimes it's just about confidence level. Errant hit on the shot attempt, and that's going to lead to another one for Piper.
She's serving aggressively, not trying to do too much, though. She's still hitting her spots. But since we started early in the last set, when Harlan's going after the ball, she is doing a really, really good job this evening of hitting her spots.
She looking confident and playing with a purpose right now. Goes diagonal, another miss hit into the Point Pleasant bench. Great effort by Carly Smith, crashing into her bench and trying to keep it alive, but another one for Piper.
Harlan kind of gutting it out here as well this evening, Drew. You see some KT on the back of her left calf. She was trying to roll it out there at the end of set 3. So probably dealing with some tightness in that left leg, gutting it out and really playing hard this evening.
Yeah, she has really battled. Seen her not at 100%. We've seen her limping just a tad, trying to keep herself on the floor here as Malia Bechtel set to serve. Roane County with the good service of Harlan gets back into the lead. And what does Joe have it? Roane County 10-7, is that correct, Joe, or is it 10-8?
I think that's what the pause was there, as they're trying to check books and compare maybe a
Joe McDonald said, I'm always right, and he says it's 10-7, so I'll go with him.
Yeah, well, I hope it's 10. Actually, I hope it's 24-7, but I'm afraid we're 2 touchdowns out from that right now. So see what they decide there at the scores table. Looks like they will continue on at a 10-8 lead for the Lady Raiders with Point Pleasant with the service.
The lefty service has been difficult for Roane County, and no one around that time. That was either lack of communication, miscommunication. Either way, it turns into a point for Point Pleasant.
Once you go on a run like that, Drew, and you're starting to work your way back in and playing aggressively, you don't want those things to start holding you back.
Blosser skies after it, pushes it across. Ooh, couple of players again colliding for Point Pleasant. This one's set up for Lacey Mitchell. Good swing on it. They're looking for Taylor, and Taylor sends it into the nets.
Good swing from Mitchell there, especially, Drew, that set per se was made from Harlan near our bench, clear across the court to the front corner. Good job by Mitchell being able to use that, not just giving Point Pleasant a free ball opportunity.
Boatwright serving, an overpass. Roane County can work for offense. Samples. Roane County unable to get a good swing on it. Nicholson sends it over to the Knights. This one pushed back line. Samples. Back line again for Harlan. Harlan right there once again. Samples will bump it up for Mitchell, pushes it across. Good point brewing here for both sides. This one's at the net though, and Lady Raiders could not get to it at the net. And the point goes over to the Lady Knights.
Good job by Harlan there playing the back row, trying to get passes up to the net. Just struggling to get to some of these passes and trying to get a set to a hitter.
Taylor serving, back line. That's a tough first shot, and Roane County will just have to send it over. Bechtel's going to set it up now for Carly Smith. Samples at the net, couldn't get enough on that one to push it over.
Boatwright with the good pass there. The Lady Knights have come back to tie this thing up at 11 with control of the service.
Each set, Roane County is facing elimination. They went down 2-0. One set 3, 25-19 in a battle here in set number 4.
You'll see Lexi Burdett enter back to serve for the Lady Raiders with a couple of aces in the last set. The sophomore doing a good job coming in to serve. See if Lady Raiders can stretch a lead.
She had a couple of really nice dig plays as well in that third set. Good shot attempt for the first time in a while. This time Samples will cross it. And Burdett, another opportunity, a great dig by Lexi. Bechtel setting it up at the net. Unfortunately, Wallace was moving in and it moved backwards and Wallace could not get to it.
Nope. Good job there by the Lady Raiders, kind of tracking the ball, moving around, communicating on defense.
Roane County back in front by a pair here in this fourth set. And Burdett, that one on the toss was a little bit movement forward.
Yep, on that one you might just want to see that ball drop and get your redo on your toss there. You get another opportunity on your serve attempt. Lady Knights cut the lead to 1.
With Gracie Wallace, she's been a nasty server, and another one aced for Gracie Wallace. She has been very good from serve.
Lady Raiders with a busy week this week, Drew. They played last night, tonight, and they will come out and play again Thursday, just in the middle of your week of play.
Backline serve over pass, and that one just missing. Thought Boatwright might sneak that one in on the side.
Yep. A little bit too much on the pass, but a good serve. Just unable to bring it to our side of the net to get it to the setter.
Back in front go the Lady Knights. Backline serve. Across the net, Bechtel's going to set it up, and a little miscommunication. Samples is going to set it up for Lacey Mitchell, diagonal, and too strong to the right side.
Point Pleasant takes a 2-point lead. Again, you're probably expecting a timeout here in the next point or two if the Lady Raiders can't stop the bleeding.
And that'll help as Wallace, a miss hit on the serve, and Roane County gets the side out, trailing just by 1. And Lacey Mitchell will be serving for Roane County. Served so well last night. We'd love to see her get a nice run here. Strong service. Bechtel's going to bump it over to the far side. And Roane County, got to talk there, Coach Peary.
Boatwright may be coming across. She flashed right in front of Mitchell there as Mitchell was looking to make the pass. So you're not sure if Mitchell maybe thought Boatwright was trying to make that play, and they both kind of backed off at the same time.
More strong serves. That was Holcomb. Roane County scrambling. They will get it across, though. Good defensive effort. Back line. And Roane County just kind of staying alive right now in this point. And there is Piper Harlan. Is there anything she's not doing well right now?
Great job by the junior coming out when Roane County really in need of a point to time that and get a good piece of it for the Lady Raiders to get us back to the service line and trail by just 1.
Haley Nicholson. She has served tremendously in the last 2 sets. I think that she is right now trying to be the emotional leader, talking to all these girls, and she is also doing it with her play.
Yep, she's doing a good job of trying to lead the Lady Raiders here in set number 4.
Another tough serve to handle. Samples is going to set it up right in front. Blosser faked the shot. Harlan tips it over. And Roane County can go on offense. Samples setting it up in the middle. Blosser has to touch it across, though. Both teams playing a little bit of defense here. Now a strong swat at it. Goes back line, does Blosser. Here's one at the net. Blosser sends it right back. Kept alive by Holcomb. Very exciting point here. This one tipped at the net. Kept alive, only Roane County going to keep it alive again. Both of these teams fighting it out for the point, and each one is crucial.
Great job by the Lady Raiders and by the Lady Knights there. Holcomb with an unbelievable save on that side for Point Pleasant. And then you saw Alvis and Burdett both getting involved in the dig game for the Lady Raiders to keep that point alive.
This time Nicholson just missing at the top of the net, but she gave Roane County the temporary lead. It's tied at 17. Set number 4, Roane County trails 2-1. First service back line. Sample sets it up, pushed across by Blosser. Opportunity for Lewis, and another dig by Burdett. And sent back across quickly by Patrick, but Lexi Burdett in the last 2 sets all over the floor.
Yep, she's been putting her body on the line, trying to get to every ball she possibly can. Doing a really good job defensively of just not letting the ball hit the floor without her hitting the floor as well.
Sample sets it up. Blosser, that was a little bit of a mistimed jump. But I'll tell you what, Coach, since that's the end of that second set, the Lady Raiders are playing much more enthusiastically. They're talking a little bit more.
Yep, more energy on the Lady Raiders side. Even when the point's not going their way, they're kind of communicating more. Lady Raiders now down 3, and Coach Allie Peary is going to burn a timeout.
20-17, the lead for Point Pleasant in this crucial 4th set. The Spencer Pizza Hut is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Fan of the Week each Friday of the Raider football season. Stop in and see us at 509 Ripley Road, fill out an entry form, and drop it in the box at the front counter for your chance to win a free large 1-topping pizza. Stop by the Spencer Pizza Hut for all of your favorites. Original pan, original stuffed crust, hand-tossed or thin and crispy pizzas, breadsticks, cheese sticks, wings, oven-baked pasta, desserts, and more. Open 7 days a week, dine in or carry out. Call us at 304-927-4619 or order online at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut. 4th set action, Roane County trailing 20-17, facing elimination, down 2-1. A timeout for Coach Allie Peary trying to settle her girls down. Good first pass up front. Here's Blosser, touches it across. He'll set it up for Lewis. Backline shot, good job by Alvis. Roane County keeping it in play. They're going to set it up here on the far side for Taylor. Boatwright tried to handle that swing. Went hands high and didn't get a lot of push on that.
No, maybe when you got to try to stay on your platform and get the pass up. Really hard to do when it's coming right at that angle it was to get above or get below the ball without carrying.
Blosser swats it across. Turns into a pretty tough shot. Point Pleasant has to send it over. Roane County trying to work some offense. Samples again to Blosser. Again swings to the back line. Taylor going to get a hand on this one. Too strong. Roane County earns the side outs.
Yep, they've cut it to 3 here, but all points being crucial this late in the set and possibly the match if the Lady Raiders can't battle back to win this 4th.
Veethans checking in for the front line support. Samples serving. Good first serve, almost dropped down, kept alive, and across it goes. Blosser, Samples, Veethans, and Samples going to be whistled for the double hit.
Yep, that one you may just have to try to pass rather than get under and set. Your body's going one way and the ball's going the other. Really hard to get that on target.
And Maddie Thomas serving. This is probably not the one you like to see serving. Blosser squares one up, goes back line. Going to set it up for the near side. Taylor tips it. Great dive by Blosser. Veethans from her knees. Great effort from those two. This one ripped, though, across the net, hits the top of the net, and falls down for Addison Lewis.
You mentioned really good job up front by Veethans and Blosser there. Veethans, who was down on the ground, just able to get up enough to keep the ball alive for the Lady Raiders.
Getting squirrely for Roane County, down 23-18. Roane County has to send it over. Oh, and a miss hit by Taylor. I think she saw Smith in the peripheral, and Roane County hanging on by a thread right now.
Yep, in this situation, you'll take a point however you can get it, Drew. You're just looking for one piece of momentum that can help carry you and knot this thing up late in set number 4.
Harlan serving, goes back line, miss hit, and Piper has been fantastic.
The ball caromed off of the defender into the trash can for, unfortunately in this sport, not a three-point basket, although that would be absolutely ideal for the Lady Raiders here.
23-20 Point Pleasant. Another strong serve, and that's going to go over the nets. Mitchell sets it up. Glosser couldn't get a good swing on it. Roane County has to send it over again. Taylor tries hard, and that one too hard over the right sideline. And Roane County has cut it down to 23-21.
Yep, cut it down to a 2-point lead, and every point now, Drew, is you're battling for the set. Anything gives for Point Pleasant gets them to set point.
Another good service for Harlan. They're going to set it up for Wallace at the net, and that is Viethens and Blosser blocking it back.
You're going to get a timeout here from Point Pleasant as the Lady Raiders have cut it to 1. Much more energy and emotion here late in set number 4.
You wonder, Coach, if the Lady Raiders can mount a comeback here in this 4th set, trying with everything they can to get it to that 5th and final set to 15. And if they've got a little more confidence like it looks like they have, that will help.
Yep. In every point here and in the last set, you know, they're battling, Lady Raiders are battling here to try to push this thing to a decisive set number 5. Much more energy, as I mentioned, and more communication and hustle here. In the last 10 to 12 points, Lady Raiders giving up a lead, taking the lead back. Now they trail just by 1, have mounted a good comeback, playing much stronger, playing more together. And communicating, and really, I mean, that block assist attempt there with Viethens and Blosser, really good timing, good communication, and even behind that, you had someone set up in case that's just a tip and not a block.
Piper Harlan still serving for Roane County. Another strong one, another miss hits, and another point with another ace for Piper Harlan.
Harlan's been exceptional from the service line tonight, Drew, and when she's taking swings on the ball has been really good. A lot of heart shown here in set number 4 by the Lady Raiders to come crawling all the way back.
Another strong serve. Thomas able to tolerate that one. This one at the net. Roane County trying to keep it alive, but a lift called on the Lady Raiders. Great efforts.
You're probably going to see a series of timeouts called each way. If the Lady Raiders are able to score this point, you'll probably see one called by Point Pleasant as well following that action.
Roane County down 24-23, decisive 4th set at the moment.
Your bank shouldn't make you feel like you're on an assembly line. It's about you, your family, your future. That's why you're gonna feel good about Polka Valley Bank, because people have been feeling good about us for over 100 years. Bottom line, we have all the services of a big bank, but we're local. At Polka Valley Bank, our decision making is local. Our people get to know you and call you by name. It's a relationship with a bank that you can feel good about. See us online at polkavalleybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All-important 4th set for Roane County. They're trying to stay alive and move it to a 5th set, down 2-1. And after Piper Harlan served to get Roane County back to tied, it is now Point Pleasant serving for the set and the match. And they're going to bring the lefty in. Bring in the lefty.
Yep, the lefty coming out of the pin here with set point for the Point Pleasant.
Backline serve handled. Sample's going to set it up for Mitchell. Mitchell rips it diagonally. Great job by Lewis. Back across. Samples. Glosser sends it over once again. Here's Taylor at the net. Goes diagonal. And a great shot that just goes between the front and back line and just stays in on the far side. The comeback for Roane County falls just a little bit short as they lose it here in set number 4, 25-23. Break to take for our sponsors. When we come back, recap, and we'll have your Willard C. Starch Auto Parts Players of the Match after this.
Good health. It means having the energy and strength each day to do the things you need to do for yourself and your loved ones. But what happens when you need help? The primary care team at Roane General Medical Clinic says, "We've got you." They're here to provide recommended screenings, see you when you're sick, manage chronic health issues, and refer you to specialists when you need them. Roane General Medical Clinic. Our providers are now accepting patients and offer care you can trust, close to home.
My name is Sina McDonald. I am running for Roane County Clerk. I have 12 years management experience running a small business in Roane County, 11 years experience with information technology support for the Roane County Courthouse, and 6 years experience of on-site support with West Virginia counties for the voting machines and election tabulation software. I believe my experience in technology and elections make me the ideal candidate for Roane County Clerk. On November 8th, please vote for Sina McDonald for Roane County Clerk. Every vote matters.
Paid for by the candidate. Visit Slate Auto and Transmission, located at 302 Slate Road, Spencer, for all of your car care needs. We offer a wide range of services, including transmission work, new tires and alignments with brands like Mastercraft, Cooper, and Goodyear, regular and modified state inspections, major and minor vehicle repairs. We also have ASE certified mechanics. We appreciate every one of our customers. Call us today at 304-927-2250 to schedule your next appointment. We are open Monday through Friday. Slate Auto and Transmission, quality repairs by people who care.
All you need is parts. All we need is parts. All we need is parts. Parts. Parts is all we need.
Well, maybe not all you need. Sometimes you need more. Willard Starchers has you covered with lots of parts and more with their high quality and strong sales staff to help diagnose your repair issues and provide you the expertise to ensure that you get the right parts, tools, and fluids to get your job done. If your car needs fixed and you need some parts, who are you going to call? Willard Starchers. Open 7 days a week. Dial 927-2520.
We welcome you back to the Castle. Not the night the Lady Raiders were hoping for, and they will fall in 4 sets to the Lady Knights of Point Pleasant High School. First set, 25-17 Point, 29-27 in the second set for Point Pleasant. Roane County took set 3, 25-19, and fall in a close one in set 4, 25-23. Not the best first couple of sets, though, for Roane County. They had a lead in both. Set 1 by 5 and set 2 by 8, and were unable to close out those first couple of sets. That put them behind the 8 ball, and in that third set they got a big run, they got a lead, and they did not relinquish it in the third set. In the fourth set they took an early lead once again, but they just weren't able to close out that pesky Point Pleasant team. They played much better in the third set and in the fourth set, but it just wasn't enough. There was a couple plays that they were hoping to grab at the end of that 23-23 tie, and they weren't able to get it done. A big shot at the end, a big kill shot at the end by Point Pleasant to win it. And so Coach Peary, it's one of those things where it's not about so much the execution issues for Roane County. It's just about that confidence level. It's about the communication that you have to have from start to finish. And you could hear Coach Allie Peary just pleading and begging for that in the timeouts, saying, we want to do this not just at the first 15 points of a set. We want to do this throughout a set. We want to be confident that we're a better team, that we can go out and we can do this stuff. It showed in the third and fourth sets, but again, when you're behind 2-0, it's really difficult to win a match.
Yep, especially at different times this evening, Drew. You see the Lady Raiders come out in 2 sets with big leads. You come out and see the third set kind of go Point Pleasant's way early at times. Lady Raiders battled back from it. With the confidence, you want your athletes, no matter what sport it is, to be just as confident down 10 as they are when they up 10. You can't change that attitude you have when you're competing of, I'm up 10, I can kind of take my foot off the gas a little bit. That's when you got to want to be able to put it away. But you got to have that same aggressiveness if you're down 10. You've got to battle back and make that a ball game. And at times in the second set, the first and second set late, you can see the confidence really drop for the Lady Raiders, whereas in the third and the fourth, the confidence took off again. You started getting better swings on the ball. You started getting really good efforts from the service line, more communication. But what's bad is it's not about just winning 1 or 2 sets here. Is you got to win the best of 5. Whether that's in 3, 4, or 5, you've got an opportunity until somebody gets to 3. Lady Raiders probably let 2 slip away the first 2 sets tonight. A team in Point Pleasant who scrappy, Really good job from the service line. Hustled all over the place. They were on the floor after balls, doing a really good job. A good opponent. That 0-13 record coming in. I believe somebody said pre-match tonight the Point Pleasant was a state tournament team last year too. So don't let that MSAC schedule that they play fool you. Some really athletic girls and really good volleyball players on the other end. At times, Lady Raiders looked as good as they have all season tonight. Did a really good job at specific times, but just keeping that confidence and putting 3 or 4 or 5 sets together to win it, especially as you get late in the year, Drew. You got sectionals coming up, and it doesn't matter who it is. When you get to sectional tournament, regional tournament, whatever it is, everybody's 0-0 in this sport. So everybody gets an opportunity.
I get the sense that Coach Allie Peary is like, I love the motivation when you're trying to grind out and come back, but if you did this from start to finish, you probably wouldn't have to grind so hard. You'd probably be ahead, and you'd be taking these matches with a little more ease than even the ones they have won this year have been. So, again, there's still a couple of weeks of the regular season, so they got a lot of work to still do, and they'll get back to work. They'll get back to the grind. We heard them in the huddle. We're going to be practicing tomorrow, and we're going to be back here on Thursday for another dual match against Braxton County. We'll be here for that one. Talk about that in just a second. Before we do, Coach Matt Peary, I need you to distribute a couple of Player of the Game awards.
So I'm going to go with the first one. I think is probably pretty easy this evening. Piper Harlan came out on fire in sets 3 and 4. Really helped the Lady Raiders stay in it. Did a good job in the service department. And then with putting the ball down for some kills. And the other one is one who's played solid and has been a leader all season for the Lady Raiders, but tonight was more of a vocal leader, and that's Mahaley Nicholson. Between sets, when the Lady Raiders were struggling at points, she was the one to say, clapping together, say, hey, let's go. We got to get back in this thing. We've got to compete. We've got to go play hard. So from a leadership standpoint, you luck out with that one, as you do have Mahaley for the remainder of this year and another one, and just trying to keep the girls, keep battling. And that's what it's all about right now. Obviously you wouldn't want to, but you could go 0-25 in volleyball in the regular season. But if you're playing good volleyball at sectional time, that's really all that matters. So you just got to continue to get better. I think Piper Harlan did that from the service line tonight and from the outside position. And then Mahaley Nicholson maybe stepping up a little bit in a more active vocal leadership role, something you really like to see, especially out of a junior who wants to take control and I think understands how good this team has the ability to be.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Piper Harlan, Mahaley Nicholson, our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Players of the Game. Roane County now 11-9-4. They'll do it again on Thursday. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Again, we invite you to join us at the station for our Raider review. We've got the Legends series continuing with former head coach Butch Greathouse. He'll be in studio with us. We'll talk all things Raider sports as well. We'll have Coach Paul Burdett in to talk about last week's win and preview the upcoming game versus Ripley. We'll be back here on Thursday night on YouTube for the varsity at 7. We'll be on Facebook for the JV at 6 p.m. for Lady Raider volleyball action. Once again, appreciate you all joining us on our YouTube channel. For our entire broadcast crew, Katie Nutter, our camera person, as well as Matt White, Joe McDonald from A&M Digital Technologies providing us the graphics, the instant replays, and the scoreboard. Our color commentator, Matt Peary. I'm Andrew Miller. Have a wonderful night, everyone.